How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Software Inc. and welcome back to Nerdrosoft, where things have gotten interesting. Trilink Corporation can no longer carry the publishing duties for Kingdom 4, Nerdrosoft Wave, or Nerdrosoft Canvas, which means that Trilink Corporation, I'm assuming, if we have a look at the worth here, no longer exists. That's worrying. I don't quite understand how that keeps happening. Also interesting is that Nerdrosoft is sitting a little bit above average in terms of the worth of every company. In terms of what's in the bank, we are pretty much in exactly the same spot, which is not too bad. Can't really complain. Can't really complain. I'd like to get up there. I'd like to be worth more than $500 million, but well, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. What have these guys done? So these, hold on a minute. These guys have been, they were founded 2 years ago with one product, Pocket Home, the phone. Oh, they put out a phone operating system. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. It only did 18.2. Okay. Okay. I see how this works. I see how this is going. It's fine. We probably should have done a phone operating system ourselves at some point, but it's fine. Nerdrosoft Canvas. Do we, how many active users? Let's cancel support for you. Nerdrosoft Canvas is doing okay in terms of active well, I don't know that we need to market Nerdrosoft Canvas. It came out almost 7 years ago. It's got widespread marketing right now. I think we're good. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. I think we'll manage. Still doing okay-ish on Wave 3 sales. It is making us a bit of money, which is great, but I want to talk a little bit about something I said in the last episode, which is that we could probably make like a games team or something like that. And I've realized that realistically what I could do is just make a team that can focus on 2D editors, because my core team right now is doing Nerdrosoft Play and they're doing King Doom. I think my core team is essentially my games team. They also do 2D editors, but we could just make a team that does 2D editors. We could have a dedicated team for that to take over the Nerdrosoft Canvas franchise. We just need people that can do 2D and systems. That's it. So, I mean, art, of course, but that's essentially it. So why don't we just go ahead and basically copy and paste what we have from elsewhere? And I'm going to be honest, I want to go with this space. I think this will be a bit more interesting in terms of layouts, although I mean, this one has, you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to go with something a bit different for these guys. We'll go for all of this. We'll switch into build mode. We will duplicate. And basically these spaces, I forgot to buy them. These spaces are going to be for a 2D team. And I think that's probably fair enough. So yeah, let's do this layout. Let me just duplicate absolutely everything from that space, assuming it's going to work, which some of it isn't, which is fine. Some of it's not going to be positioned all that nicely. I can sort of shuffle this stuff around. We'll take you out since we don't think we need it. We can move this thing into the other corner, which seems pretty good. And that seems like a decent enough layout for the space. I'm kind of okay with that. We'll go up and grab this as well. So everything in that room, we will duplicate. We will bring it down to here and it can live right about there. Spacing on this, I'm kind of okay with as well. I'm going to take out this TV and that TV though. I think we're going to take this guy out as well, just to change it up ever so slightly. And that seems fine. Maybe move you into kind of the middle of that wall. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe move you to about there. I think that looks okay. I think I'm kind of okay with that. It's definitely a nice looking space. Changing the colors of everything is going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll figure that out. Let me just get the color of the floors to be right in here, which is going to be this, and then the walls can be this for the time being. We'll change those walls out to be something else. And I think a nice blue will do the job down here. I don't think we've really used, I mean, we did use blue for the core team, which is kind of what these guys are. They're taking up the mantle of the new core team. They're going to be leading the charge with things like Nerdrosoft Canvas. So that's completely fine. We'll go ahead and create the 2D team right about here. We'll get them added. And it was just 2D and systems that these guys needed. So we'll select the rooms. We'll go ahead and switch them out for 2D right about there. And I guess what we're going to try and go for is 5 and 2, 5 designers, 5 programmers, 2 artists. I mean, people overlap a little bit, so that's fine. I guess we'll get ourselves an employee though. We're going to be looking primarily for a leader, secondary designer, and I guess what we'll go for, I'm looking for socialization so they can go for meetings. Compatibility is irrelevant. You're not going to any team that has anyone on it. You're going to be going to the 2D team. So we'll search by skill and let's see what we got. So you, right off the bat, can do system design and programming. You're not very good at the 2D side of things, but honestly, I think Danielle Perez, you are going to be hired and we'll take a little look and see what you can do for us. So 2D team employees, we will change your roles. You're not going to do anything. You're going to do this. You're going to do this, this, and this. Actually, you can't do art, but we'll just, we'll allow it anyway, and that'll be fine. And now the question is, with you as a leader, let's figure out what we want to do here. So we have 11 spaces left across the 2 rooms that we have. So let's break that down into 5, 5, and 1, maybe 4, 5, and 1, I think would be the better way to go. So if we look at HR management, you can handle everything there. Education levels, this. I want them to be, no, we'll do this. That'll be fine. Let's do 4. Let's do, I don't want to do 4, 5, and 1. Let's do 4 of those. Let's do 2 of those. And let's kind of let that run for a second. So that'll give us 5 in total. So we have our 4 designers. We don't have any artists right now. That's fine. That'll bring us to 7. So we'll do 5 programmers and see how that goes. And that should fill out the 2D team, which is great. I realize I just hired a bunch of people without specializations though. I'm an idiot. I am actually an idiot. I'm going to need to fire all of them because I want high salaries as well. So, sorry 2D team, but all of you are being fired. Oh, bye. I'm sure they're all going to be thrilled about that, but it's all right. How much did hold on a minute. How much are you getting paid? You're pretty skilled. That's fine. So HR management, we're looking for system and 2D. That's fine. The rest of it doesn't matter. Traits don't matter. Just hire everybody else. That's the goal. And now we have a decent looking team. If we have a look at it, that's better. We have some good people in all of the fields that we're looking for. Let's get them working. Have they gone for a meeting? They absolutely have. Okay, let's get them working. We have some things. Canvas came out a while ago. It came out 7 years ago and we're still not working on a sequel. So let's get to work on that. Let's give it to, can I use an existing framework? Is that a thing? What have we got? Oh, I don't know that. Did I not do one? I guess I didn't. We have a bunch of public domain frameworks, which is interesting. We could use Bit Framework. We could use Polytest SDK. They're a little bit old though. I think we just use our own framework. I think new framework will do, how do you spell easel? Because it's a canvas. How do you spell, all right, Google, where are you? It's EASEL for anyone that's curious. That's what we're going to call it. It's fine. Nerdrosoft Canvas 2 is completely fine. The price is, of course, going to be $69.69, which has been our lucky number for a lot of these things so far. It is going to be running on, I think these guys seem pretty solid. That's some really good numbers. We need to get some stuff ported onto Int OS as well while we're here. But we'll go ahead and we haven't actually done any of this yet. We haven't looked at anything. Let me analyze the market. Market's honestly pretty balanced, so sort of irrelevant there. We'll go for auto balancing just so we get the expected interest sorted out. And I think drawing tablet support might be a good idea. Yes, there's a lot of wasted interest there, but honestly, it's fine. It's fine. We don't have enough programmers. That's concerning. Maybe we don't do drawing tablet support. It is also about 2 years to do that. I mean, it's got 100% expected interest regardless. I'd like it to be better than the previous ones though. Let's do dynamic brush. Let's just give it something. Dynamic brushes, liquefy. That's about 2. You know what? We'll do it. Next page. 3D team, no. 2D team, yes. 2D team here as well, yes. Still approximately 2 years. These guys, they're not assigned to their roles, which is a little bit concerning, but I think it'll be okay. I think we'll manage. Publisher, none, of course. Lead designers, Dolores. That's fine. Let's develop it. There's probably not enough people in that 2D team to make that work. We might have to expand it a little bit, but they are at the very least a dedicated team to working on Nerdrosoft Canvas. And Nerdrosoft Canvas, I mean, how did it do? Let's say roughly 1.1 million units sold. It made 35 million in profits. It was our third most profitable thing. It was, Wave and Kingdom 3 were better. Kingdom 4, I'm slightly disappointed didn't do all that well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed it didn't do better. It did okay, but I guess it really is sort of the Halo 4 to the previous Halo 3. Anyway, it is January of 1997. Let's move Nerdrosoft. Oh, Nerdrosoft Vector is ready to be promoted. That's exciting. We'll wait until it's actually got the little flashing red button for promote so that we know it is actually ready to go. But we should probably start marketing this as well. So let's actually do some research. Let's have a look at the calendar. When do we have 3D editors coming out? Do we have any coming out this year? We do, in December. We have Render Frames, which is 3D editor. Let's go for the end of Q2. Let's go for June of 1997 for Nerdrosoft Vector. So we will say June, we will say 1997. We'll hit OK. We can promote it, assuming it's ready to promote. There we go. So we'll promote it. I just moved it down. It's not what I wanted. There we go. So promote it into beta. We can start printing this as well. We'll say a maximum of 100,000 copies so that we're not overdoing it. And that'll be fine. And we can go back into marketing. We can start working on a press build, which we can send out. Can my marketing team, what can they do? Can they do pictures? Can they do video? They can. Okay, we'll give them that. We'll see if they can actually get this done. It looks like they absolutely can, which is great news. So we'll see if Vector ends up being something people are even remotely interested in. And I'm hoping that they will be. I'm going to be slightly annoyed if they're not, but we'll see. Nerdrosoft Play, by the way, 296 bugs have been fixed. Let's go ahead and release that in, I guess, March is what we'll go for. And let's have a look here. Pre-release review of Nerdrosoft Vector. Nerdrosoft's not well known in this market. We haven't really heard about Nerdrosoft Vector. It might be the new big hit and has all the features. It'll be out any moment now. It absolutely will. Okay. Let's release Nerdrosoft Play. And we'll see how things go there. We're going to continue to support it as well, which is fine. These guys are designing Nerdrosoft Wave 4, which is fine. I guess at this point, let's have my core team really focus on Kingdom 5 because it needs to get out there. It really does. There's also only 3 digital distribution platforms now, and 22% is wild. Let me bring my percentage up to like 10. Let me do 10%. And I'm curious. I'd be very curious to see, how much bandwidth their servers need for these things. I'm slightly concerned that I might need more, but we'll see. Let's also update Nerdrosoft Play just to make sure that it's in a good place. I want everything to kind of be up to date with it. We have no bugs to fix right now, which is fine, but I'm going to sort of give this to all of my teams in the hopes that we can maybe do this very quickly. Yeah. We'll bring the technology behind it up to snuff. We'll get this release out for Vector as well. King Doom can move into active development. We don't need to be finishing that last iteration. There's not really much point. Oh, that update did get done. Beautiful. I guess we'll see if Nerdrosoft Play ends up being a thing. There are no active users. There's now 1.8 million active users. That was, wow. And that's 0.1% of the market. Wow. I was not expecting that. Is my server okay? Is my server okay? Yeah, it's doing fine. Great. That was, wow. Wasn't expecting that to happen, but I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, it is June of 1997. Vector is good to go. We fixed a bunch of bugs. Not that many followers. Let's just get it out there and see how it's going. So quality assistance, who's got a clue? Let's see. Magnificent, 4 stars. They don't know who we are, and 4 stars. I'll take it. Marketing campaign, I'm going to do 250. 25,000 for that. I'm not going to order copies because I don't think we're going to need to. We'll move marketing up to the top here. We'll make it a top priority for that marketing team. And then what else have we got going on? 4.2 million active users for Nerdrosoft Play right now is wild. That is still a tiny portion of the market. We are working to update it, which is good. We have a lot of bugs to be dealt with on Nerdrosoft Play, but that's fine. We can absolutely manage that. Kingdom 5, I'm not going to start marketing. Well, I guess we should. It's about halfway done. June of 97. Let's go for a year from now. We'll say June of 1998 is when Nerdrosoft, or not Nerd, when Kingdom 5 is going to go out. So September 2000, I don't think so. June of 1998, we'll announce it. We will, we'll do some press with it as well. I don't feel confident about sending out a press build right now. And I guess we'll also hype it just to try and keep people excited, which is what hyping does essentially. It stops the fall off of followers if we can keep them talking about it and keep them interested in that. Now, marketing for Vector is did I know I didn't do any pre-release marketing, did I? I'm an idiot. I forgot. I completely forgot. Oh, I've not been doing pre-release marketing for anything, have I? Hold on a minute. Did I? So hold on. Have I been forget? Okay, you know what? Forget it. It's fine. I've slightly forgot to do some things there. It's fine. Let's see how Vector, I did do some pre-release marketing in Vector. It's fine. I've been nominated for an award. What did I get? Most profitable product? No, no! I was so close. So close. I thought I was going to get it. I'll take second place though. That's the best award we've ever had. Where's my audio team right now? Where to, audio team's here. Do we still we have the other award? Beautiful. We'll get the new one. We'll put it in here as well. We'll put it on this guy's desk. That'll keep people happy. I don't know what it does, but yeah, I like it. That's fine. What is that? What do you want? Oh, so you want a 11.4% increase in your salary and either a $3,000 meal per day or a $300,000 car. I mean, if you're here for another, I'll give you the car. I'll give you the car. It's fine. It's fine. Let's not worry too much about it. Let's just, I don't love that Kingdom 5 has no followers from a release date announcement. Usually when you announce a release date, people are like, hey, let's get excited for that. But apparently that's not the case, and I don't love that. Also, Vector made pretty much no money. It was great. It just made no money. It sold 600. Okay, that might be a marketing thing. Offer a time-limited exclusivity deal for the selected products on your digital store. Ooh. Now I like that, but let's focus on porting Vector to OS. That seems like a great idea. And let me look at other software real quick. So Vector's there. I wish I could offer, oh, I can. It's just, this is technically a phone. So this is a 3D editor. It's relatively popular. Can I offer an exclusivity deal for 2 years and 6 months, 3.3 million? I'm down to do that. I'll give them 3.3 million just to have their 3D editor in my store. How many people are using Nerdrosoft Play right now? 5 million. That seems pretty good. That seems for like 5 million people. I mean, admittedly, it'd be nice if it was more, but that seems pretty good. These guys as well. I'm tempted to just offer deals left and right and be like, hey, you're selling exclusively in my store. Yeah, 1.7 million. Sure. You not interested. Oh, we don't have enough users on the platform. I see how it is. You guys 2.6. I'm just going to get a couple of exclusivity deals and see if it does anything for us. I've got no idea whether it will or won't. 5.6 million right there. A new feature's been unlocked. Ooh, 3D rendering on phones. That's kind of exciting. Okay. Don't mind if I do. We did spend a lot of money last month. That's fine. Not really super concerned about that. 45,000 on Nerdrosoft Vector. Could be better, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and start marketing Kingdom 5 and updating Nerdrosoft Play. Let's get that update out there. Let's finish porting Nerdrosoft Vector. And let's just stay on top of everything else. So Nerdrosoft Wave 4, May of 1999. Not bad. I'm glad at least that's working out. I'm glad at the very least that, you know, we're doing something here. We also just got, console operating network, app stores, auto update. Man, I would love, and you can sort of do this. You can customize your settings for any Software Inc. run now. I'm very tempted to make one where I start with like $100 million and I want to see if I can just build a company that makes consoles from the jump. I think it'd be really interesting to see. Basically just have this idea that there's some hedge fund or some big company has like bought my thing out. I don't know. 17 companies requested access to your digital distribution platform. Okay. Okay. I'm very much okay with that. Some of my electronics are being affected by the heat. Oh, these guys not running all that well. Can I fix that? Can I get like a ceiling fan? I mean, I can. I don't know how much it's going to do for them, but we'll see how that goes. Not really cooled the room down at all, but that's all right. So digital distribution, we have 45% of the market. Oh, now we're talking. Now we are talking. I don't know if it's making me money. Where did my money come from last month? 807,000. It was sales. Oh, because Vector just made 1.1 million. Okay, so Vector has suddenly started selling, which is great. That is exactly what we were looking for. So I guess let's get our 3D team to start working on an update for Vector. That seems like a pretty solid idea. The 2D team is getting to work on iteration 3 of Canvas 2. And the core team is doing pretty well with Kingdom 5. We have another company on the digital distribution platform. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know how much money that's necessarily making me, if anything. I'm going to assume not much. I've really got no idea. I also wonder, is my server actually okay? Oh yeah, it's fine. That's perfect. Okay. Wasn't really expecting the server to be okay with that, but the server is apparently completely okay with that, which is really surprising. A whole lot of bugs coming in with Vector there. I don't love it, but let's push that update out. That'll bring it up to sort of modern tech standards as well, which is great news. We should have someone coming in to fix that laptop. We do. Okay. Now my 3D team's kind of doing nothing. Do we want to just go straight in with a sequel? It might not be a bad idea. We could look at porting it as well. I think we did port it to most things. Yeah, so it's on everything. Wave 3. Let's have my 3D team just work on porting that. Let's have them work on porting King Doom as well. We have a couple of things here we could move it onto just to try and get some extra sales out of that as well. Canvas, similar story. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have my 3D team just do a lot of porting right now. Basically, that's kind of the goal, because they're not doing anything else. I think once the porting's done, then they can go ahead and get to work on, I guess, a sequel. They can do Vector 2 at that point. Oh, so it turns out a little bit of industrial ventilation can bring this room down to -10 degrees Celsius, which seems like a fantastic temperature to have my servers running at. I don't know about that, but you know what? We'll not worry too much about it. Kingdom 5 comes out in just a couple of months, 8.6 thousand. I don't know why I didn't just say 8,600, but anyway, a decent number of followers, which I'm quite happy about. We'll send out another press build just to try and keep the number of followers going up, which it absolutely is. What are the press saying about it? Some people have been anticipating Kingdom 5. It looks amazing and has all the new features. It's not that far from release. That's true. That is true. It comes out next month, which is kind of a big deal. Quite a lot of bugs being fixed in it as well, so I'm really hoping it's going to be solid. We have sort of been marketing it here and there. We've been putting out the press builds. I don't really think we need to do press releases, to be quite honest with you. I think the press builds are doing just fine. We'll let the press sort of talk about it themselves. Porting the old one has been going pretty well. I think at this point, honestly, we can cancel the port job on that. We're gonna say that the old one has served its purpose thus far. So now the new one gets to go out. So I think pretty much right off the bat, we're gonna release it. We'll see if, do they know who we are? They do. 4. I'll take it. 4 and 4. Solid. Absolutely solid. Let's do a $25,000 campaign. We're gonna order 100,000 copies just to be nice and safe on it. We'll move that up to the top priority for marketing. Move Vector down a little bit in terms of its priorities ever so slightly. And my marketing team's doing a fantastic job. Now, is it good? It's great. Prominent marketing, $70. I mean, it's $69.69, but that's fine. Doesn't even need to make $1 million to break even. It does need ported though. So let me get all of my teams, not support. Let's get all my teams doing this. Let's sort by releases and let's see. So you, and you. That's a lot of potential customers right there. That's going to be a lot of porting. It's going to take a bit of time, but I think it needs to be a priority so that we can get this thing to as many people as is possible to make King Doom 5 the most successful entry in the King Doom franchise. That's kind of what I'm looking for out of King Doom 5. Now it's currently negative 25,000. Ooh, hello. What have I been nominated for this time? Most profitable product. For God's sake. For Vector? Oh. I wasn't expecting okay. I wasn't expecting Vector to be the one that gets nominated there, but you know what? Well done to the 3D team. That's job well done, I guess. I wasn't expecting it, but yeah. There you go. Put that in there. So that's what? 1998 and then 97. Okay, we didn't get 196. We're starting to get awards more often though, which is nice. Anyway, Kingdom 5, 3 million flat. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. That might be our most profitable single month ever with this company. That's kind of wild. Okay. Very, very happy about that. Very happy about that. Let's start looking at updating this thing. That's going to be kind of important. We might struggle to use our own editors though. Yeah. Okay. In that case, let me have a look. So we have wave 3, which is fine. I don't know if it's being updated though. It might not be getting up. I think it might have been getting updated. Regardless, let's use Canvas as well. Is going to need updated to modern standards so that we can actually go ahead and use this in King Doom. Wave 3 has been updated. That's fine. Updating Canvas is hopefully not going to take that long. It doesn't look like it will, which is great. And the reason to do this basically is so that we can use our own software in our own updates, that we don't pay licensing fees to go ahead and update King Doom 5. That's kind of the goal here. So we'll see how that works out. What is my core team doing right now? They're doing the porting. I guess that probably should be a priority. Canvas 2 needs marketed. That's okay. I'm not really in much of a rush for that. I think actually let's get this update done sooner than later, hopefully. And now with that done, we should hopefully be able to go in here and use our own things to do this. Yeah, Nerdrosoft Canvas with a 2D editor. And then we can't, oh, for God's sake. Do I need to update Wave? I don't want to pay. Do I have to pay? I do have to pay royalties, right? 100%. I'm going to have to pay a license fee at the very least. You know what? We'll use this guy. It's fine. I just want to get this thing updated. A lot of bugs in there for Kingdom 5. It is going to be our core team, I think, that can handle that. They should be perfectly capable of doing that. And then I'm going to take them off of the port job so that we can go ahead and prioritize the port job across the board right there. So hopefully we can get this thing updated in no time at all. That's going to keep our gamers and our customers nice and happy. Canvas 2, we'll market it eventually. It's not, I'm not any major rush to get that thing out there. I just mostly want to get King Doom. It's back up to 3 million in profit, which is great news. How are we looking with King Doom? So 220,000 units sold, 9.4 million in profits. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Our next release then is interesting. Wave 4 got brought forward. It comes out next month. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that to get brought forward. Okay. All right, well, that's good. That's 2 releases in a single year. That's kind of a big deal. 4.2 million, by the way. 4.2 million last month on Kingdom 5. So getting this update out there with all these bug fixes, that's going to be huge. Now, Wave 4 is great. It is inspiring. It's actually our first inspiring piece of software. So let's immediately, and I might regret throwing my core team at this, but I'm going to throw my core team at it because I want to get it ported to IntOS. That seems like kind of a big deal. But regardless, it is now the end of November 1998. We did 4.1 million last month with Kingdom 5. We did have Nerdrosoft Wave go out. I'm curious to see how it goes. I have updated Kingdom 5, so the tech level's gone up and we fixed about 650 bugs. There's still 112 to do, which is going to be its own little push. I want to see how we're doing. So accept all and close. 2.4 million. 2.4 million for Kingdom's a little bit less than I was looking for, but we did a pretty respectable 2.2 million there for Wave 4. Not bad. That's this little project here, this audio tool project, is coming out really nicely. I'm kind of happy about that. I'm not super concerned about the bug fixes for Kingdom. I am a little more concerned about Canvas 2, and I am a bit more concerned about the porting here. So we'll hopefully get those going. I think I do have some teams. The 3D team right now, I'm pretty sure they're working on porting this. Yeah, they are. So I think everybody's doing something, which is good. I was a little worried that some of them would be sitting around doing absolutely nothing, but I'm pretty sure everybody is doing something. So no complaints here. 1.7 on Kingdom, so it's starting to drop off a little bit. We have 5 million due in taxes, which is rough. That's quite a bit. Bit of a drop off on Wave 4 as well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Once we get everything ported around to more systems, I think Tiger X still has a massive number of players, or well, consumers that are using it. Are we going to get this done? We are. Wave 4 will bring that up in terms of priorities as well to get that out the door and ported onto IntOS, which I think had 1.7 million active users. So again, no complaints there. Back up to 3 million for Wave or for Kingdom 5. And yeah, Wave 4 is kind of fallen off. Did another 2D editor come out? That's my question. Yeah, it did. Vector Frames 2. Yeah, you guys aren't interested in an exclusivity deal? That's unfortunate. Oh wait, no, Wave 4 was an audio tool. Oh, okay, so no other audio tool came out. It's just that it's, I guess, terrible. I guess that's what's going on. I guess that's how we look at it. That's a little disappointing, but you know what? Totally fine. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move to wrap things up for today, but there's one thing we need to do first, and it's a big deal. We need to make the last Kingdom game. In the original 6 games, in the story that we're telling here, this is going to be the last Kingdom game for a while. I'm going to say I'm going to aim for like 15 years, which does mean that like the fans of that particular thing, it's been our adventure game for a while. I mean, it's the first 3 things we ever released were Kingdom games, and then we, hit the big leagues with Canvas and Wave. And then we circled, well, actually no, Kingdom 3 was the big leagues. It's still the most profitable thing we ever did, so you know what? Anyway, regardless, let's start working on Kingdom 6. I think it's time. I think we start doing it. We haven't done expansion packs for these guys. I don't know how I feel about that. How much would someone give me for this IP? No one wants it. Okay, I'll take it. That's fine by me. Yeah, make a sequel. It's gonna be Kingdom 6 is what we're going for. Do we have a framework for it? We do. We have Kingmaker, which is, I think, a good solid name. I don't think we've updated the tech levels of this thing though, so the framework is basically going to be useless. We'll do $69.69 as the price, because of course we will. That's just how it is. And do we? Oh, we could do. Oh, it could be. Oh, we could do multiplayer. Oh, we gotta do multiplayer, and we gotta do 3D graphics. We've got to. This has to be the best one. It's approximately 2 years. That's going to be closer to 3 years. This thing's not going to be out until like 2003, probably, but we're doing it. I don't care about the wasted interest. I'm doing physics. I'm doing shadows. I'm not doing VR. That seems silly. We're doing facial animations. Yeah, we're doing it. We're not doing mod support. That's fine. We can't do recorded dialogue, which is interesting. I want to do recorded dialogue. We're going to approximately 3 years is fine. We're going to throw a couple of teams at this. So it's totally fine. It's going to be running in the store server. That's also fine. The 2D editor is going to be Canvas, which I guess is all right. The 3D editor cannot. Oh, we need to update you. Okay, I'll allow it. We'll go for a slightly lower tech level on that. And the audio tool is going to be Wave 4, which needs to be updated as well. That's depressing. Wave 3 actually has a higher tech level, so we'll go with Wave 3. And then the operating systems for this are going to be somewhat limited, but that's all right. We'll go for IntOS and Tiger X. That's 3.9 million consumers. We can auto balance this. And for the market analysis, we want to aim for more like that, basically, so that we're focusing on the things that people don't have right now. And by the way, that was graphics and story. So the market is saturated with amazing gameplay and not all that great graphics. And okay, so I mean, that's fair enough. We're going for more of an immersive story, a good looking story versus a good game. We're making a movie is basically what we're doing. That's fine, King. That's fine. Okay, let's put the 3D team on this. Let's put the 3D team in here. I think we need to give the audio team something to do as well, because otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take approximately 3 years. That's wild, but we're doing it. It's such a waste. It's such a waste. Who's even leading this right now? Can I have the lead on this? No, that's unfortunate. What have you done? You did Vector. Who did the last one? Who does anyone else have a portfolio in here? No. Interesting. What have you got? You did Wave. Okay, you can keep doing Wave. That's fine. All right, yeah, that's how we're gonna do this, I guess. Is Kingdom 5 is gonna be our biggest game yet. It's the send-off for the franchise. It is gonna be unlike anything we've ever done before. It has more people working on it than ever before. It's our most complex, advanced, whatever we want to call it. Or Kingdom 6. Did I say 5? Regardless, it's gonna be huge. And it's going to be exciting, and I'm here for it. I'm very much here for it. How are we looking in terms of Wave 4? Not that great last month. That's fine. Does it need ported to anything? It does not. Does it need updated? It is being updated, so fair enough. Let's finish that update and get it out there. I'm quite happy with this. I like where we are in terms of this narrative that I have going on. And I know it's silly. I know it's silly to have, like, you know, obviously it doesn't matter. How did we just lose? Oh, we filed a tax report. That's how we lost money. I know it's silly, and I know this like narrative idea doesn't matter, and I know I could just keep churning out Kingdom games, but I like the idea that Nerdrosoft is building up to moving away from that franchise for a while. I think it's important. I think we need to test out some other things. I think what I'm gonna try and do is I might move us, maybe not in the next episode, maybe the one after. I might move us into the hardware office and see what it looks like. I'm hoping we can use it and build a nice number of offices in there. I think at that point we could start looking at, because I'm not strictly going to do hardware, but we could look at getting some new teams in here. We might just build our own office. It might be getting to that point. We do have 145 million. We could start doing it, because I think I want to start working on, I think some antivirus stuff will be good. We could do that as sort of a project management thing as well. We could make the first one, then just hand it off to project management. I think office software would be good as well, because fundamentally we can kind of hand that off to project management as well. So that way we can have audio tools, we can have office software, we can have antivirus, and arguably we could throw our 2D and 3D editors at that as well. And then what I'll do is sort of head up the operating systems and the games, because I like that. I think it's interesting from a narrative point of view. And again, I know narratives don't matter in a game like Softwaring, but I love the idea. I love the idea that in the early 2000s, Nerdrosoft pivots towards something else, and it could go catastrophically wrong. And if it does go catastrophically wrong, then how much more interesting is it going to be when we turn around in 10 years time and we're like, you know what? We're bringing it back. We're going back to King Doom. We're going back to where it all started. We're making another one. We're not going to tell you anything about it. All we're going to tell you is that the title is not King Doom 7, right? That's the way we go about it. We go to the market, we go to the people. It's not King Doom 7. We're not telling you what the title is. We're just telling you it's not. We're telling you what the title isn't. And that's all the marketing we do. That way the internet explodes and people are like, oh, wait, we got 2 awards? Hold on a minute. Best product? No! Come on. I was really hoping there. I was really hoping. Have I been putting the wrong awards in the wrong rooms? Wave 4. I mean, whatever. We got second place for that. That's great. Most profitable product was me. Hey! Not bad. Who works on King Doom 5? I don't even remember what teams were behind that. Let me see here. Let me look at the details. I was the design. Oh, it's my core team. It was my core team. Of course it was. Where are you? This is the core team. I'm going to assign this. This is going to be assigned to me is what it's going to be. So that's going to me, which is perfectly fine. I would like my award is what I would like. I would like my, yeah. That right there is going to sit on my desk. And then Wave was my audio team. They have a few awards already. So we'll give them this one as well. Not bad. So second place for best product, first place for most profitable. We're making, well, waves, which is, we're making wave 5. So we're doing pretty good. Anyway, it is now December of 1999. We are at the turn of the millennium, which is a pretty big deal. We're 20 years into this company. We have 24 more years until we're up to modern day, which is weird to think about because I remember playing this game, I want to say in 2015, I think we've been playing this game on the channel for nearly 10 years. It might be 2016, so it might be 8 years. Regardless, I remember playing this game and thinking, man, it's only 16 years until it's 2016 and we're in the modern era. It's weird to think about. It is really, really weird to think about. This job sort of creates this weird time capsule, and I never really thought about that until right now. It's really, really strange. Anyway, I think we're going to leave it there for today. We are working on King Doom 6. It's going to be a ways away. Canvas 2 is coming out in March of 2000. It is now in beta, which is great. Nerdrosoft Vector had a bit of a boost in sales from a nice update that I pushed out. King Doom 5 has fallen off pretty hard. It is now the second best selling thing, or not the second best selling necessarily, but the second most profitable thing that we have ever done. And that makes me happy. I've got to be honest. I like that. I would like to start porting it to a couple of other things to try and get a couple more sales out of it. So we are going to have all of our teams try to focus on the port job there just to get that done. But that is going to do us for today. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. I do think the next episode will probably be our last in this tower. So at some point, we're going to have to sit down and come up with a design for an office. Now, as I've mentioned, I think I mentioned in the last episode, at the time of this going out, I might be traveling. I don't remember, but if I'm not, then I'm about to be. Regardless, I have no idea if this is going out when I'm away. It doesn't matter. The point is that I'm going to have to come up with a design. I was thinking of live streaming that process, but again, with how all the pre-recording's going, that's not really an option. So we'll come up with something. We'll turn it into maybe a time lapse. We'll do it in real time. I'm not really too sure what it'll be. It won't be in the next episode. It'll likely be the one after that. I think the next episode, my goal is going to be very simple. I want to try and get to $200 million. And then after that, I want to invest that $200 million into building our own compound, our own tower, whatever it might be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.